Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. So in this video, I wanted to go deep and discuss exactly how I was able to quit the rat race and start working for myself full time. I know, a majority of people out there are aiming to achieve this. Most people simply, they don't like working their jobs. So I'm hoping that maybe through talking about my story, I can highlight the strategies that in particular worked for me, and hopefully they can help you as well. So I hope you really enjoy the video, and with that said, let's get started. This video is sponsored by Stake. Sign up today for free brokerage when trading US listed stocks, and use the referral link in the description for a free stock when you fund your account. So for those that don't know, I was actually a physiotherapist before doing this YouTube thing full time. I studied a Bachelor of Physiotherapy and I worked as a physio for about 3 years until I decided to switch and focus on my YouTube channel and my business Profitful full time. And I think, like a lot of people out there, I didn't actually hate my job. I liked being a physio, I liked helping people, I liked working with a good group. But after a couple of years, I kind of had this realization, is this going to be me for the next 45 years? And after working for 2 years and then, going into the third year where one day starts blending into the other, a patient comes in for 20 minutes and then the next patient and then the next patient, it just keeps going over and over again. I just kind of realized that I don't think I could live my one and only life just working the same job for like the vast majority of it. I started wanting to, get out and work for myself instead, live life on my own terms. So I actually started this YouTube channel as a hobby around the same time as I finished uni. I finished uni at the end of 2016 and I started the channel in February of 2017. And early on, I was working full-time hours at the clinic, and then I was just running the YouTube channel in my spare time. And this definitely leads, I guess, to the first piece of advice on trying to leave the rat race, is that make sure the thing that you're transitioning towards is actually fun for you. Make sure that when you're doing it, it doesn't feel like work, because, I was working Monday to Friday at the clinic. And then I was working on the channel at night or on the weekends. I mean, if I didn't like making these videos, that would have been absolute hell. So first step, definitely pick something you want to do. And that was really my first year of working as a physio. So I wanted to bring up the numbers. I really wanted to make sure I show you guys kind of the detail and the numbers behind all this too, because I think it really does tell an interesting story. But also with that said, just note in Australia, our tax year runs from the 1st of July to the 30th of June. So the first period I actually have is the financial year ending on the 30th of June 2017. So I'd been working as a physio and doing my YouTube channel for roughly kind of 5 months at this point. Physio was my job and YouTube was my hobby, and obviously the numbers reflect that. I made $23,000 as a physio in that period, and I made $133 doing YouTube. And note that I was still making, 2 videos a week, same as what I do now. So, imagine making 2 videos a week for about 5 months and making just $130. I mean, if you're in it for the money, you'd just give up. You just would not even bother. So anyway, that's the first time period. Then the second time period is from July the 1st, 2017 to June the 30th, 2018. I really worked hard at the clinic in that time. I was really putting my head down, working hard as a physio. I made $70,000 doing that, and then I made $4,800 on YouTube. And at about the time that I submitted this tax return, this is when I was starting to feel a little bit trapped. I realized after, one full tough years working as a physio that, if I was going to do this for 45 years, it was going to be a grind. So what I decided is that in the next year, I would focus more and more on that YouTube channel that I love doing, as long as I was still making around about $70,000 total. Because at that point in my life, I didn't actually need that. I didn't need any more money. And, I was really starting to realize that my main focus was going to be transitioning towards YouTube, as opposed to just trying to make as much money as possible and just doing anything. But obviously I couldn't just up and leave my job, right? So what I did across the next 12 months was I negotiated with my boss to work 3 days per week. I think I was working Monday, Tuesday, and Friday. And then on the other days, I was focused on making my YouTube videos. But, I was trying to make more videos. I was trying to make better quality videos. And this really helped. I was loving working on the channel. And between July 1st, 2018 and June 30th, 2019, I made $22,000 on YouTube. I was able to get 1.4 million views. I mean, at the time, this was huge because I really started started to believe that this was going to work. You know, I could see the growth year after year, and extrapolating out, I thought, you know, maybe I could escape the rat race if I pushed really hard in the next year. So that year I made $22,000 on YouTube, and I made $54,000 from my physio job because I was only working it 3 days a week. So I'd still hit my target though. I still made my $70,000, but it's just the mix was different. The bulk of that was obviously the 3 days working as a physio, you know, running all those Pilates classes, etc. But I could see the YouTube channel really starting to shine through. And the other thing to note as well is that, you know, I made $22,000 from the channel that year just working 2 days a week. So I started to ponder, what could I do if I worked 5 or 6 days per week on it? So the target in the next year was just to work extremely hard and see if I could accelerate the channel as much as possible. I knew what I wanted to do. I believed that I could do it, and now it was just down to me. So in the next year, I worked really hard on the channel. I worked during my days off. I worked on the weekend, and I was making anywhere from like $70 to $150 per day. Then, you know, the $150 days started becoming a little bit more frequent. You know, I was gaining 100 new subscribers per day, roughly. And I knew at this point that this was really the time to go all in. But obviously, I was still very nervous to leave my job because, you know, that stable paycheck, right? So at this time, on top of doing the channel and the physio work, I also decided to start Profitful, where I would make video courses to teach people what I'd learned about investing. And, you know, at the start, one of the goals of Profitful was to actually provide a little bit of support to my income so that I could do YouTube full-time. I had no idea that it would actually turn into what it is today. So that was the plan, really. And it was actually around October of 2019 that I decided to leave my physio job and pursue YouTube full-time. I mean, technically I still had one ongoing client from the clinic, but I'd pretty much stopped all physio work and just dived into YouTube full-time. Profitful still had about another 3 months until it launched, but you know, I decided I would just go for it. And with the YouTube channel, I just put 100% effort in. And so then I was working full-time on my YouTube channel, which was my dream. And then Profitful launched in January of 2020. And between July 1st, 2019 and June 30th, 2020, I was able to make $75,000 on YouTube. I had $17,000 from the clinic and $55,000 from Profitful. So I'd done it. You know, I'd gone from employee to business owner, working for myself in about 3 years. So that's my story. That's how I did it. But now, I guess for the last part of the video, I just wanted to discuss the key points in that journey that really helped me transition to working for myself successfully. You know, as I said at the start of the video, number one was that I was transitioning towards something that I really liked. So I think that's definitely what you have to focus on. You know, I love making YouTube videos, so it doesn't really feel like work. You know, of course, there's going to be some days where you struggle a little bit, but generally, I really like doing it, and I think that's really important. Then the second thing I wanted to point out is that this is obviously a gradual thing. I feel as though a lot of people want out of the rat race, so they just leave their job and start a business. Honestly, this is a bad strategy because businesses take time to wind up, right? As you can see, I had a 3-year time period where I slowly weaned myself off my full-time job. You know, I didn't go from working 5 days a week at the clinic to 5 days a week on YouTube overnight. It takes time. So as much as it sucks you won't be able to quit your job straight away, you never know, 3, 4, 5, 6 years, that still isn't that much time in the grand scheme of things to transition across to being your own boss. So definitely work towards it and have a plan of how you hope to transition to working for yourself while keeping your income above a certain level that you need it to be at. Then I think the last pointer to take out of my story was also to have a backup plan. I mean, I was fortunate in the end that I actually didn't need Profitful to be my financial backup. But generally speaking, you know, if you work for yourself, your income is likely going to fluctuate quite a bit. You'll have good months, you'll have bad months, you'll have great months, you'll have terrible months. So if you can, think about a backup revenue stream that you might be able to generate. You know, if you're going to start a carpentry business, maybe you could start up another revenue stream where you teach cabinet making to people. You know, if you're going to start a marketing company, instead of just running clients' marketing campaigns, maybe you could do some consulting as well. I think just think of having a backup plan any way that you're going to do it. I think it's just a smart idea because the worst that can happen is that you end up not needing it, which is a good thing. So I think overall they'd be my 3 big takeaway points. I mean, do something that doesn't feel like work, be realistic on how you're going to transition away from your job and how long it might take, and also have a backup plan. So overall guys, that is how personally I escaped the rat race, and hopefully that gives you some pointers or some inspiration if you're looking to do something similar. You definitely can do it if you put your mind to it. I genuinely believe that. Just try not to get demoralized, you know, keep chipping away at it, and things will definitely come. But overall guys, that's about it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Leave a like on the video if you did enjoy it or if you found it useful, and subscribe to the channel if you're new around here. Check out Profitful if you would like. We were talking about Profitful in this video, obviously. So if you'd like to learn about how I go about my investing, passive or active, then you can check out the links down in the description. But yeah, that'll just about do us for today, guys. Check out New Money Clips if you want more short form New Money content. But apart from that, guys, that will do us for this video. Thanks very much for tuning in, and I'll see you guys in the next video. So a lot of people ask me what brokerage site I use when I make an investment in the US. And for about the past 3 years now, I've been using Stake. So Stake is a brokerage-free trading app that lets you buy US stocks, and coming soon, they'll also be offering ASX trading as well for all the Aussies out there. So brokerage-free trading, that's pretty awesome, but the other reason I like their platform is because of fractional share trading. So say you wanted to buy Amazon, current share price is $3,450. It's pretty expensive. However, with fractional share trading, say your investing budget was like 500 bucks, you can just buy 0.14 of an Amazon share instead, no worries at all. So I definitely recommend Stake, and if you wanted to jump on board, follow my referral link in the description when you sign up, because if you do, you'll get a free stock, either Nike, GoPro, or Dropbox. So the time of recording, at worst, that's $9 US in your pocket. And you know, if you hit Nike, that's $158 US for free. So definitely check them out, get your free stock, and thanks always to Stake for sponsoring the channel.